Welcome back everyone. This is my second problem video of Web Technologies Lab JNTUH R13 regulation. I am Vikas Bandaru, Assistant Professor CSC Department, JNTUH Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. So this is the second problem under the Web Technologies Lab, and the problem statement as per the lab syllabus goes like this. Write a HTML page that has one input, which can take multi-line text, and a submit button. Once the user clicks the submit button, it should show the number of characters, words, and lines in the text entered using an alert message. Words are separated with white space and lines are separated with new line character. As you can see, up to this part is what is the problem statement, and this is just a hint. So let us make use of this hint and try to solve this particular problem. This is my design of the problem. This is the text box where I'm entering all the text, and then there is a button. Whenever I click this button, this is the window which is coming up, and this is just an alert window which is showing the result of number of characters, number of words, and number of lines. Let us go ahead, and the prerequisites for solving this problem is HTML and JavaScript. Let us analyze this problem. We need HTML. First of all, under HTML we need one text box and one button, as we have seen in the design. And for JavaScript, we need to retrieve the text from the text box. We have to count and store the number of characters that we have received from the text box, and then we have to count and store the number of words that are there in the text from the text box, and then we have to count the number of lines and store them for the further processing. And then we have to print all three values in an alert window. Let us try to develop the HTML basic code required for this particular problem. Okay, this is my basic HTML code, which I follow everywhere for all my problems, for all my HTML problems. And let us give a title for this particular page: counting characters, words, and lines in a text. Okay, this is my title, and then under body tag I need a form tag, and under form tag I need one text box, and for the text box I have a tag called text area, and text area closes like this. Okay, fine. And then text area needs sorry for this. Text area needs some attributes to define what is the size of the overall text area, and for that we have an attribute called rows. Let us give the rows as 10, and I need columns. Columns define the length of, to be frank, length or width, whatever it is, the x-axis part. Okay, so it is like how many columns do I need? Let us put it as 30, and then I have to give it a name so that I can access it inside the JavaScript code. So let me call this as text box. Okay, and now this is fine. After text area I need a button, so let us go type in the input tag with type as button, and then let me give it some value. Value generally represents whatever we need to be, whatever text that we want as the button's name visible part. So submit is what will be visible, and then we need another attribute called onClick, where we will be supplying the function name that we are using for this particular web page. For now we are not supplying any function here, just we need it for later. Just for now, let us check whether this particular HTML looks the way we want. Let us check it. This is my HTML page. As you can see, this looks pretty much weird because our design does not look like this. I want the submit button below the text field or the text box. So let me modify the code. I want a break tag just after my text, BR tag. Let me modify this. Let's check it again. Yeah, this is how I want my output to look. So here is where I want to type something, but this is starting here. What might be going wrong? Let's check it. The thing that is going wrong is that we are typing a new line here, and then we have this 1, 2, 3, 3 tabs here, and so let us just remove this extra tab from here, and now let us check whether it is working fine. Refresh, and then yes, it is starting at the cursor, and if I use the arrow keys to move the cursor, as I can see, it is not moving anywhere, so most probably we don't have any extra space here, so it is pretty much empty. No characters, no words, and no lines at all. So now what we need to do is going ahead with the JavaScript part. The first step is to retrieve text from text box. And what do we need to do to retrieve text from text box? What do we know? We know that we can retrieve the text from text box using this value property of the text box. In our case, text box is the name of the text area tag, which is available in form tag. So let us go back to the code and modify it. So what we want to do here is we want to capture the text from text box. Okay, so for that what I need to do is form.textbox.value, and this value needs to be captured somewhere saved so that I can use it later on. So I will call this as var text is equal to this. So whatever text I'm receiving from text box, I'm storing it as a variable text. Okay, fine. Next is I have to count and store the number of characters. Okay, so what do we know? What can we do to count the number of characters? We have a property called length, which is available under string object under JavaScript. So this particular length property works very much like the length property of Java language under string class. So here in JavaScript we have a string as a predefined object, and that string predefined object contains a length property which we can use to capture the length of the text that is the value of that particular string object. So let us do it. For that, what we need to do is text.length. Okay, this is how we can capture the length of the text. So basically we will be able to know the total number of characters that are available in this particular text. And for that we need to give a variable where I can store this value. So I'm calling this variable as chars. The total number of chars is nothing but the length of the text. Okay, so let us check whether we are getting the right result. I'm just printing the value characters to be as chars. Okay, so let us check it in the example. Okay, execute it once again, and then I'm going to supply something. Let us say welcome to HTML. Okay, now here what we can see is total number of characters to be welcome as 7, then 8, 10, 11, 15 and 16 total number of characters. So submit, and total number of characters is 16. So pretty much cool. We have solved the first step of the problem. Okay, the next step is to count the total number of words in the text that we are receiving from the text box. Okay, so what do we know? This is the hint that we have got from the problem statement directly. Words are generally separated by spaces or new lines. So let's go back and check what we can do with this particular code. Okay, we need to calculate the total number of words using the information though that words are separated by spaces. So we know from our previous programming experience from C or C++ or maybe Java is that we can go through a string value or string characters index by index, because strings are generally stored as character arrays, and we know we can access those character values. Just like in Java, Java string is considered as an object. All the group of characters or array of characters are considered as objects, and in the same way JavaScript also considers strings as objects. And because string is an object in here, we have methods available to access the characters at a particular index position, and that method that is available in JavaScript to access a character at a particular position is called char@. And this char@ function accepts the index position where we want to access the character. Let us say I want to access the character of 0th index, and then I want to print it. So let us say I want to supply this value into my alert window along with the total number of characters. char@0. Okay, and I'm supplying it here. Just to show you how this char@ method works, I'm calling this char@ method a text object, text string object. Okay, let us check it once again. I'm executing it and I'm writing this welcome to HTML, and when I click submit, it should not only print the total number of characters that are available, but also it should print the first character of the string. So as you can see, this is what we need. char@0 is giving us W, and we know the capital W is the first character. So this is what we require to solve the next step of the problem, that is counting the number of words using JavaScript. So let's go back here. So okay, so that is one information. That is what we are going to use next. So for now we need a variable called words, where I can which can be used to count the number of words. And then I need an index position, so I'm calling this variable as index. And then I need a loop to go through all the characters that are available in the text, so I'll call it as index is equal to 0, index less than the total number of characters, and then index plus plus. And okay, and here what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate the characters, calculate the words based on the hint that we have got from the problem statement. So if texts char@ index position is equal to a space, so as you can see, this particular for loop goes through from the 0th index till the last character, last number of characters. So it will go 0 to length -1. So in all those characters, wherever I see a space, so that is what it means. Wherever I find a character which is a space, I have to tell that this is the word that I have found. So what I will do here is I will increment this words variable. For now, words is 0. As soon as I found the character space, I'm incrementing words, and then index increments and then goes on. So basically I will get the result that I need. So I'm going to print it. Words is our words variable. Let us check whether it is working the way we are expecting it to work. Refresh this code. I'm writing welcome to HTML. I should get 3 words here. Submit. I'm getting only 2 words here. What might be going wrong? We are checking for spaces, right? We are checking for welcome space, so 1 word is counted, another space, another word is counted. But here, as you can see, after full stop, we don't see any particular space. We are not providing space, and that's why that is not getting counted. So how to solve this problem? We have to check for the last character to be once we reach the end of the string. So we will check it as if index +1 is equal to total number of characters, then just count it as word, the next word, and then break the loop. So let us check whether it is working fine. Here it goes.